Good evening, everybody. Sorry about that. A little bit of a delay here. Had a technical difficulty, but we have that all up and running. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic Monday. It's Monday. I know that's kind of the hardest day of the work week to get adjusted to. One more thing here. Uh-oh. Let's see. Almost there, guys. Sorry about that. We're going to roll with it. Alrighty, so we're going to talk about the forecast. Lots of things that are going to be happening later in the week. I will admit that this is probably the nicest stretch of weather overall that we've had in a while as far as rain. So lots of dry time. It's still a little breezy out there. Winds were gusting 20 miles per hour earlier in some parts of North Georgia. These are sustained winds right now, and they're roughly 5 to 10 miles per hour across most of the region. Generally out of the northwest, a bit of a cooling wind, and these winds are going to continue to relax as we head through the overnight hours. Meanwhile, temperatures have dipped into the mid-40s here in Atlanta, upper 30s in Dalton, but check out Blue Ridge and Blairsville, already down to the mid-30s. So we're talking about a 10 to 15 degree temperature disparity across our region today at this hour. So definitely feeling a little chilly out there in some places. Over the course of the next few hours, I do expect those numbers to gradually slide. We have no clouds out there, so mostly clear, but that means that we don't have that thermal blanket that we typically talk about. So no insulation, nothing to trap the heat near the surface. So those numbers are going to continue to drop as we head through the overnight hours. We'll be dipping to below freezing across most of the metro as we head into the early morning hours. Now, the good news, the forecast is pretty dry for the bulk of the work week. There's a 20% chance of showers tomorrow, but this is going to be 10, 11 o'clock at night for most of us, and it's going to be very light rain. I'm talking drizzle, little to no accumulation across most of the region. This isn't going to be a big deal, and it's not going to be too impactful. I know a lot of folks are going to check out the Georgia Tech game tomorrow. Those showers will be pushing in around the time that's over, but it's not a cohesive line. We'll get into that in just a few minutes. No reasons for a first alert there. But by Sunday, we're watching a system that looks to bring some rain. Looks like it's going to be heavier the second half of the day, more widespread, but expecting it to be a little wet for your Sunday fun day plan. So just a heads up there. Meanwhile, temperatures will also trend cooler on Sunday as that front pushes through the region. Speaking of fronts, this system that's going to be moving through the area tomorrow is technically a bit of a front of its own. It's actually attached to a Clipper low pressure system that's to the north of us, but we'll expect northwesterly flow to really start to rule the day. Chilly numbers for the morning, and then as we head into the afternoon, we'll see those numbers start to improve a little bit. We'll get into the mid to upper 40s. We'll see some sunshine breaking through the clouds, and that's going to allow for us to climb into the 50s as we push into the afternoon. Most of us will top out somewhere in the mid 50s, a little bit warmer south of the city. Meanwhile, here is that rain chance for tomorrow. You can see 10, 11 o'clock, it's pushing through. It's light green for most of us, and it's real spotty. This is really going to be hit or miss showers, and it's going to be a pretty low impact situation. So no big worries with this as this system pushes through our region. This isn't even going to really accumulate too much of anything. We'll watch the mountains. They may get a tenth, 2/10 of an inch of rain that accumulates basically due to enhancement because of the higher elevation. The mountains, sometimes they can enhance precipitation. So that'll be the only reason there's any accumulation there. No biggie. We don't need any rain. We're at like 6.5 inches of rain for the month already here in Atlanta. And just for perspective, the average is about just under 5, 4.5-ish for most of North Georgia. That's the average January rainfall. Our 6+ inches has us ranked as the 25th wettest. I was looking up this information earlier today. It's the 25th wettest January on record, like going back to the 1800s. So it's crazy to think that it's been a very wet January. We know that. We've lived it, and we've seen the bulk of our area be removed from the drought that we were experiencing because of all of the rain that we've had. So meanwhile, as that system pulls away Wednesday, northwest winds are going to be a bit breezy, so Wednesday's going to be a breezy day, 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained winds, but they'll gust as high as 25. It's going to also be colder air moving in, so that means we'll be talking wind chill. So it will feel colder. It's going to feel chilly all day Wednesday. Expecting temperatures to be in the 30s in the morning. We'll get into the 40s around 10 o'clock. and we'll top out near 51 degrees. But even at 3 o'clock when we're near 50 degrees, we're still feeling like the mid 40s at best. So that wind chill will be something you feel. Not terrible. Once again, we just had 13, 14-degree mornings across the metro. So, feeling like the 30s and 40s. Take it or leave it. It's not terrible, but it's something that you want to plan for. Make sure that you bundle up. Meanwhile, the forecast will remain dry after that little shot of sprinkles Tuesday night. Wednesday is looking pretty solid. Thursday's a good mix of sun and clouds. Friday is looking good. Even Saturday, Friday and Saturday are really going to be the picks of the week. If you're off on Friday or Saturday, that's going to be the day to go ahead and plan some outdoor time. I'd say roughly anytime between 1 and about 5 o'clock is going to be your sweet spot because temperatures are going to climb into the low 60s. It's going to feel fantastic. There's going to be a good amount of sun out there. Gorgeous for this time of year. 55 is about average for this time of year, so 5, 6 degrees warmer than that. It's going to be a win heading into Friday and Saturday. By Sunday, you can see that system lifting northward, bringing in a little bit of moisture, and that moisture looks to move in later day. So afternoon and evening into the overnight hours. And the guidance is still differing on this. And, part of our whole First Alert brand is to give you a heads up. What we see and let you know how it's going to impact you. This is going to be a rainy situation. Right now, this is looking like late Sunday into Monday. The timing of that could slide. So that's something that we'll continue to fine-tune over the course of the next couple of days. We've had the conversations here about low-resolution data, when you're talking about 5, 6, 7 days out. So this is still something that we're going to continue to monitor and fine-tune the timing on over the course of the next couple of days. For now, just know that plan your outdoor stuff for Saturday because that's the good day. Sunday's looking like the day that's going to be on the rainy side. As far as storm potential, it's not looking too stormy. I looked at CAPE, which is convective of energy. It's energy. It's storm fuel. It's how I like to refer to it. There's not a whole lot of that out there, so we'll continue to dive into that, look at the shear, look at all the other things in the environment the closer we get to it. For now, this is just looking like a rain situation. So the next few days, not terrible. Once again, the bar is 55. Tomorrow's going to be pretty much a seasonable day. The rain moves in while most of us are asleep, and it's isolated and light, so it's no biggie. We're a little bit cooler on Wednesday. It's going to be a little chilly, but, you layer up, bundle up, you're good there. And then we start to trend warmer Thursday, Friday, Saturday, really into a gorgeous stretch of January. I guess we'll be moving into February at that point, but you know what I mean. It's going to be a gorgeous stretch of weather heading into February. Those first couple days are going to be pretty sweet, and then we'll see that rain move in Sunday into Monday, and then temperatures will trend cooler on the back end. So it's Monday, and I know that y'all are all busy. It's also one of those things, everybody's eating dinner, trying to get to the gym, all that good stuff. I always tell you that I'm going to keep you for a good time, not a long time, so I will cut this over to the 7-day forecast so that you can see that bigger and maybe do some screen grabs. I know that there's no questions in our chat right now online, so I won't hold you. We're going to have an update on the forecast, have some new data on this rain that's coming in the second half of the weekend, and you can catch that info at 10 o'clock on Peachtree TV. Y'all have a fantastic evening.